What's up guys, welcome back and welcome to some Automobilista 2. Now today what we're going to do is try something totally different, something I've never really done before, and what we're going to do is try and let's see how fast we actually are in the world. We're going to do some time trials at Spa in the 1993 Formula High Tech Gen 2s. Now, I've been wanting to do some races in these cars, but I've been waiting for some mods to come out, and there's just none yet, which I'm quite surprised. We're quite a few weeks in, we're on update 1.55, and there's no mods or anything there, but the only car I've drove out of the 93 ones is this one, the Williams. I've done it for this race, just to get my eye in, but let's see how fast we actually can be at Spa, you know. It's going to be interesting. Let's get wheeling. So the first car we'll try it in is this. Now this is based on the Ferrari. It's got a naturally aspirated V12. It's got about 724 brake horsepower. It's an absolute rocket ship, but these have all got the thingy suspension, active suspension. So the downforce is just unreal on these cars. You can put it's Spa. You can put from what I've tried before, going into some of the corners, I was just pretty much flat. Well, you'll see when we're going to pull on, but let's see how fast we can actually be. So V12 power, guys, put them symbols on, let's give it a go. Right guys, here we go in the Ferrari. This is my second attempt. I just totally botched it up before, big style. I was really trying to push far too much, but what I am surprised is that I don't really do time trial much at all. It's been ages since I've even tried it, and I thought that the all would have been like the same setup. I'm just using the default setup right here, and I thought it would have been like all the same setup, but I've got 5 laps of fuel in the car, and just, oh look at that on the DRS, right over the top of the radio on, get that DRS open again. Oh, but it is, all the fuels must be setting, I don't know, unless I'm reading something wrong. Anyway, flat out down the straight, get ready to push the DRS, watch how late we can get on the brakes. Oh, right, really late on the brakes. This is where I lost it before. Nice and gentle into there. The car feels quite loose at the rear actually when you're pushing them limits into fourth. That V12 sounds brilliant though, doesn't it? Oh, really trail braking in. I think the world record's about a 145. We're not going to be anywhere near that, I will say that now. Right, oh, on the power. Open that DRS a little bit. Nice. Down into power. Right, you can just have a little lift there. You don't even, there's so much downforce on there, you really feel it, the force feedback loading up. Nice and late on the brakes. Not bad for a first lap, it feels alright anyway. Oh, right in third. That V12 really screaming though. That was second, for the power in. Nice, not bad. Right, can we get that flat, did not lift at all. Right, open that DRS. It doesn't feel like the DRS really does that much. Feel a little tiny bit faster, and that's it. The modern day DRS seems like it does more, does it? We open it again for a little bit, but I do think you make a lot of time. I don't know, that does make sense, right? Nice and late on the brakes, down into second, try and utilise all the curves we can, not bad. Right, into third, that didn't feel bad actually. What's that? That's a 151, that's, for me that's not bad. Right, down to first, cut the corner in, oh I've lost the rear, whoa, back on the power. Lost the rear big time there. Right in fourth, fifth, flying it down into a rouge, close the DRS, over the top of the radio on. Nice, open the DRS, that was absolutely flat, did not lift at all. I feel like it's under geared though. I feel like this car should hit about 200 miles an hour, I would have thought. Close the DRS, really late on the brakes. Oh, that was a little bit too deep, lost the rear going in on the brakes actually. Oh, I really feel the tyres like folding over on themselves there. Really pushing the limits. Down to second, get the car turned in. Look at that. See the car rotate when I come off the brakes. It's quite adjustable, but wow. It feels really loose at the rear, this car. Really loose. It's going to be interesting to drive all the cars back to back. I went in there flat, did not lift at all. I had to in the end. Wow. But it is going to be interesting to see how all the cars feel driving them back to back like this. This feels good, but it feels a little bit too loose at the rear for me. When you're really pushing it. Right there, you can see the rear of the car stepping out a bit, can't you? I think I've overheated the tyres a little bit slow as well on this lap. On the next lap I'm going to totally shut up and we'll see what sort of times we can put in. I feel like I need another gear though. Flat out in the branching on. We're whooping. Hard on the brakes. Down to second gear. I can maybe brake a little bit later there as well. Too much oversteer though, right back on the power on the fourth. Right guys, I'm going to really shut up and try and put a fast one in. Let's give this thing some welly. You know. So that was, excuse me, that was a 151.0.2. I really felt like I was leaning on the tyres there. I don't know where we've come yet. We're going to have a look in a minute. I'll just explain a little bit about the car. But this thing, right, it felt really loose at the rear, like, and it's not oversteer when you're coming back on the power. That's not what I mean. What I mean is when you really start to push the limits, when you're coming off the brakes, the car, there you can see is losing. The car just feels really loose at the rear compared to when I was driving the Williams before. But it is going to be interesting to see how they all do feel back to back. But look at it, I'm really leaning. I felt like I was pushing pretty hard, but I think we're about 10 seconds off, 6 seconds off the world record. I don't know. Let's go and have a look and see where we came. So right guys, we came 52nd. Now that's not bad, I don't think, for me. 52nd in the world. I'm actually quite happy with that. Coming 52nd. I think there's a way though that you can actually get that on the screen in the top left. I don't know, but that's what we're coming in the Ferrari. But like I say, that the car did feel a little bit loose, but I'm actually quite happy with that. That's 52 in the world, isn't it? You know, default setup as well, so you can fiddle with the setup. But yeah, not bad. So the next car what we're going to try is the Williams. This is based on the Williams. Now I have drove this car and this felt bloody brilliant. It felt so planted. It felt very different to that Ferrari from what I remember. I'm going to really try and push here, see if we can get like past the top 50. You know, this thing's got 707 brake horsepower. It has got traction control and it's got ABS, I believe it's got as well. But we'll go with the default setup as well. But yeah, let's get the Williams whirling. Right, here we go guys. This is like my third attempt or something guys. I keep bollocksing it up. It's really hard, like when you actually start like doing these time trials, when you're really braking as late as possible, it's hard to put a few clean laps in. It actually is, right, really hard on the brakes. Down to first gear. First gear's a nightmare, right, on the power, second, on the DRS. You can see the front of the car like pop up, can't you? Right, come on Bandit, you can do it. Right, get ready, close the door. I wonder if you can go through there with the DRS open. You might be able to, you know. Should we try it? Oh no, we'll not. But look how undergeared this is. See this, when it's been in the default setup, if I knew what I was doing, I could totally change that and get the gearing right. down to third. But let's just see what we can get with the default setup. And maybe if you like this style of video, we can come back in the future and have a little fiddle on with the setups, see if we can get it any faster. We'll just get like a baseline times on all of these Gen 2 high-tech cars. It's like, ah, whoa, bloody hell, that was sketch, lost it, mega going into the no name, right in the poo on, goes the DRS, lift out of it, just lift it there, no brakes, open the DRS again. You can probably open that a lot earlier. You don't lose as much downforce as you think off the DRS, like, it's not like the modern day DRS cars. Oh, a little bit wide there, down to second, feed the power in. On the DRS, whoa, that was sketch. Woo! I feel like I'm on for a decent time so far though. In the 680 mile an hour, down into Blanching on. Get ready. Goes the DRS, throw it in, reopen it. Nice. I felt decent actually. Like hard on the brakes. Down to second. The curbs are just right here. This version of Spa is much better than the modern day one, I think. It just feels better. Right, on the DRS, right, we need to get a good time. What it will do, I can't look yet. Oh, that bollocks that up straight away. Feed the power in. Also, that wasn't a timed lap then, was it not? I thought that I must have knocked it up. Never mind. Let's see if we can get this flat. DRS open. You can look. I've just done that flat out with the DRS open. Oh, alright. Wow, I wasn't expecting that. Right, one for a flyer so far. Right. Really late on the brakes. I'm slower though. I think it is better to close it. I think I lost quite a bit of time. The next lap I'm going to totally shut up though. That's when we should be able to put a flyer in. But I do feel like I feel more consistent in this car than I did in the Ferrari. It just feels a lot more stable at the rear. Throw it in. Whoa, that's sketch. Proper sketch that. DRS open. Down into pulley pans. Get ready. Hold on to your bum bums. Whoa. Wow, that is crazy, that man. Imagine that in real life though. It must feel like your neck's going to snap. No wonder them use F1 drivers are so fit and strong. You've got tree trunks for necks. Down to third. Oh, see, I feel like I've lost time there. Right on the power. On the DRS. Yeah, I have them half a second down. Half a second down. What? Never. So the next lap I'm really going to have to put it on, aren't we? DRS open. I think it is better closing it in these fast corners, like. I don't know, the car just feels more stable. Right, get ready. But I do think it would be better as well if the DRS closed automatically. As soon as you hit the brakes, it should close automatically. I'm sure they could have done that as well. Right, get ready. That was a 149, so that was faster than the Ferrari. Oh, I couldn't get on the power. So that was faster, guys, a 149. Did you see that? That was a 149. It should show all the times, but it doesn't. Right, guys, I'm going to have to be quiet here and shut up anyway. Let's try and put a good lap in, give this thing some worry. that was a 149.1, guys. That felt decent actually, so that was quite a bit quicker than the Ferrari, but I could tell just driving the car, it felt a lot more stable at the rear. When I'm trail braking in, it felt a lot more planted, it just felt a lot more adjustable, you know, like just a nicer car to drive all together. Just watch so you can really see the way he tips his head in. Let's see, I'm really trying to push the limit here. You can see it's like flicking the car in, can't you? I wonder where we've come in the world this time then. Where do you think? Let's go on, put your bets on. Right, I'm going to say, wow, maybe he's top 60. Let's have a look and see. Wow, check this out, guys. Hey, I'm impressed with that. I'm well happy with that. We've come 27th. I knew it did feel a hell of a lot quicker. Like, I felt like I was really on it there. So that's what a 149.1. Nice. That did feel like I'm pretty much blown away with that. When I first had this idea for this sort of video, I was not expecting to get that high in the rankings. Like, guys, I don't do this. I never do time trials. I like to race. I like to race people. Like, not people. I like to race the AI. Just, it's more immersive for us. But this is actually good fun. If you like this style of video, let us know, because we can do more of this. There's loads of like these like all the different types of cars. We could do GTE cars, GT3 cars. But yeah, guys, at 149.1, woohoo! So the next car we're going to drive is this. This is based on the Benetton. Now I think this could be like the best looking car out of this pack. I like the high nose on the front. I think it looks great. But this is the least powerful, like it's the least most high tech out of them all. This still ran an H-pack. This has got a sequential, but the year before it still had an H-pack and gearbox, but it's actually a sequential now. But it has got all the electronics like the rest, but it's only got 662 brake horsepower, so I do expect to be quite a bit slower in this car. So anyway, let's see what it's like. Right guys, here we go in the Benetton. Oh, this has got a naturally aspirated V8 this. Now listen to that. This sounds pretty brilliant. For some reason the DRS isn't working though. There's something the matter with the DRS. I don't know what's up there. Hold on a minute. Right on the power. Listen to that. Oh my god, that sounds brutal. Oh, you've got to hold it. What? You've got to hold it. Oh, that's much better, so you can just let it off. Oh, what? That is... Guys, did you know this? Look, the DRS, you've actually got to hold the button in the Benetton, but that's better for when you come in the corners, because you can't forget to turn it off. Oh, that's much better in a way. Right, down the third. Oh, this feels very different straight away. My first thoughts are the engine noise. That V8 sounds absolutely mega. It's got a lot of character to it, hasn't it? But this thing is going to be a lot slower. It's only got 662 brake horsepower, you know. It's like nearly 50 horsepower down on the others. I think it's got auto upshifts on as well though. Has it? It has. It's, for some reason it defaults to auto upshifts. Never mind. Throw it in. Just leave it. Doesn't matter. It's not going to make that much difference, I don't think. But you've got to hold it interesting, right? So you just let it off. I do not like them auto upshifts though. I do not get why any Formula 1 driver would like that. You'd think that they'd want to be in control of the car at all times, wouldn't you? The DRS open. Oh, flat through there with the DRS open. But this car feels... I actually prefer the way this feels to the Ferrari. I really do, flat out. That engine sounds nuts. Right, can we get this flat with the DRS? You can get that flat as well. The DRS doesn't really make much difference, like. Down the second gear. We'll use the curves. Oh, big kick from the rear there though. Back on the DRS. At least the gears change at the absolute maximum point. Right, down the second. Try not to overheat the tyres. Feed the power in nicely. Oh, listen to that engine though. Right, fire it down into Eau Rouge. I didn't even see what time we've just getting there. I forgot to look. Right, flat out. Over the top of Radion. Back on the DRS. It actually feels pretty quick. It doesn't feel slow at all. Top speed, mate, that's well under, isn't it? We're down over 190 before, so it is a lot slower, isn't it? Right. Down the second gear. Feed the power in. Third. Really push push the car's limits through here. You can really feel the tyres folding over on themselves. Down a second. Get the car turned in nice and early. Well, that wasn't a very good line actually. Right, back on the power, nice. Not bad. Not bad actually. It's confusing as though them upshifts. Right, lift out of it. Oh, little lift down into power. Look at that. That's the best we've done that yet, I think. This feels like it's got more downforce than the other cars. I know that probably doesn't make sense, but it feels more stable. Mid-corner, it's not letting go. It's actually really stable. Maybe it's because it's that little bit slower. But look, I'm 6/10 up on the last lap so far. Wouldn't it be funny if we went faster than the Williams in this thing? This is actually a lot of people's favourite cars. Well, out of these, you see that this one's one of the most that gets driven into Blanchimont. Get ready to hit the brakes. Really late. Bang. Down to 4th. Look at that. Woohoo. Not bad. Oh, wow. Woohoo. On that raggedy edge or what there. But it is slow. 150.7 though, not bad. I'll tell you what though, let's put a flyer in. Let's actually put a flyer in. So we ended up doing a 151.2, guys. I had to restart there. Like I'll cut it in with the edit. I had to restart it because I totally bollocksed it up. I didn't like the way them auto upshifts were. I had to change it. For some reason it defaults to them and I don't like it. But this car feels the most stable out of all three what I've drove so far. But it's just so underpowered that 662 brake horsepower, just you can really feel it going down the straights. You're probably 10 miles an hour slower than you are in the Williams and the Ferrari. But the thing is though, the way this handles mid-corner, you can be really aggressive with the car. Where in the Ferrari mid-corner, the rear of the car was trying to overtake the front. Where I had to back off a bit, I couldn't really lean on the tyres the way I wanted. The Williams was a bit more stable, but this, I could really just throw the car in. Like look, you can see that, man, bang, and it just sticks. It's just, what a great car. Wonder where we've came in the world then. Place your bets. Let's check it. Oh my G. Check this out. We've came 11th. Like, I did know that car felt brilliant. Like I said, it felt so stable. I could really attack the track in it. But there's another one I wasn't expecting. Guys, we're really surprising ourselves here, aren't we? 11th in the world. What? That's mint. 150. So let's have a look at what is that page. Oh no, hold on. Wonder what the world record is. The world record's at 147. So we're only 3 seconds off. That's doable, that. I reckon if you have a little fiddle about with it, try and extend the gearing maybe and lower the car a bit, maybe that would work. I don't know, I'm just crap at setting cars up, but guys, 11th. So we've got one more car, 11th. The Bandit in 11th. Check it. So the final car we're going to be driving is this McLaren MP4-8. Now this has got a V8 in it, and this is quite underpowered. I think it's pretty much the same V8 that was in the Benetton. I think it's very similar. It's Ford look. So this is pretty much the V8 then that was in the Benetton. It's got 662 brake horsepower from that naturally aspirated V8. But these McLarens just so legendary to look at. You know, you can just see it in Senna and these things, can't you? You know, this one wasn't his most popular, but can any of you remember? It'd be good to do the video like when it done it and when he blasted through the pack on that first lap. That's this car, the 93 car. So the last car, guys. Let's see how fast we can get the McLaren round Spa. Right, guys, the McLaren. I've never drove this car, so I haven't got a clue what this is like. Whoa, this actually feels quite different. The engine sounds a little bit different though to the Benetton, doesn't it? Right, hard on the brakes. You need to get some temperature in the tyres and brakes. The air felt quite loose actually there. Or you just press the DRS as well, so you don't have to press and hold it. But this has got the same power, so I do wonder what it's going to be like. It feels too short geared though already. Back on the DRS, let's see what sort of speeds we can get. There's 185, so it's pretty slow. I can't really remember how competitive this car was. Might be a little bit quicker, right, really late on the brakes. Oh, that was too late I think, wasn't it? Short shift into third, through it in. Wow, this thing feels like it's all over the place. This one feels like the hardest to drive I think so far. I've got the least confidence of just jumping in the car, seeing how they feel, but I feel like I've got the least confidence in this. It feels very unstable. DRS open, I'm all over the place. Into fifth, goes the DRS. Little left, turn in. That's better now, we're getting a little bit of heat in the tyres, like. Get that DRS back open. I wonder what sort of times we can do now. Very hard on the brakes. Not bad. But I'm actually a little bit faster than what I thought I was going to be. Right, in fourth. Does sound good though, that V8, doesn't it? Right, throw it in. Not bad. I'm not keen on the way the cockpit is in this car. I feel like there's too much wheel. I can't get close enough. I don't know, it just doesn't feel as good as like the Williams did. Right, flat out down into Blanche one. Lift off the DRS a little bit and back on it. I keep pressing and holding it now though. Right, really late on the brakes. That was decent. Not bad on the brakes. Let's see what sort of time we can put in. Oh, really bosh through them curbs like. That's the slowest, I knew it. 152. Right down the first. Right, turn in nice and early. That was a decent line. I do feel like I'm going to be the slowest in this car though, out of all of them. But let's just see where we can get it in the world though, against everybody else. Close the DRS. Over the top of Radion. Absolutely flat chat. Back on the DRS. Pedal to the metal. Flatten it out. We are flying. Woohoo! God, what a blast though. It's good fun actually to do these time trials. I'm actually really enjoying this. I just hope you are enjoying it, guys, because we can't do more of these style of videos. Just it's good to be competitive, I suppose, and see how fast we are compared to the rest of the world. Down to second. Oh, went in too deep. That wasn't ideal, that though. Could have done that better. Into no name. Throw it in. Back on the power. Now, but this is starting to feel much better with a bit of heat in the tyres, like. But I do think it's my least favourite to drive so far with all of them. The best's a Williams by a mile so far, I think. Right, back on the DRS. The next lap I'll totally shut up. See what sort of times we can put in. That was a bit too early on the brakes there, I think, as well. Right, back on the power. Turn in. Oh, scruffy lap as well, this one. Oh no, we're nearly 2 seconds quicker, look. What? So, we're 2 seconds up then so far. I wasn't expecting that. Well, that could be up. We could be on for a good time, yeah, then let's see. Right, close the DRS and a bunch of on. Won't let back up again. Get ready to really slam the brakes on. Bang. Down to fourth. Down to second, I mean. Through the power. Whoa, I stamped on the power a little bit too early there. Lost the rear of the car. What sort of time we're going to do? A 150.3. Not bad. Right guys, I'm going to totally shut up now. Let's really try and put a flyer in. Let's give this thing some welly then. Be an edge. So we've ended up doing a 150.3, which I'm actually quite happy with the way it felt. I did feel there was a couple of bits in the lap where I was a little bit wide of a couple of apexes. I felt like I could have gotten the power on a little bit earlier, coming out to some corners, but I do feel like this is the hardest car of them all to drive. But another thing what I think they should have done is like the DRS situation. I think it's stupid having to press it, open and close it all the times. It's just making it harder for the driver. Where surely to God they could have just mapped it where you press your brake and it closes. Unless that was more dangerous, I'm not sure. But guys, place your bets in for where we're going to get for the final car. It felt like a decent lap actually. But like I say, I've got the least confidence in this car. Let's see where we got. Whoopity whoopity do. We've actually made it into the top 10. So the last car was sort of become the fastest. It wasn't the fastest lap we'd done. I think the fastest was in the Williams. I think it was about a 149. But that must be the most popular car because there was a lot more times in there. But look, we've come 8th on a 150.299. That was bloody... Guys, what do you think of that then? That was actually not a bad lap, but out of all of the cars what we've driven, that McLaren, that felt like the biggest handful. It really did. But yeah, guys, I just thought we'd leave it. We'd do this for a different style of race, you know. Different style of video, sorry. So what we'll do is, I think we'll leave it there for today then, but we've got 8th. So we've actually done quite well. Like, really well. I don't know what sort of, you know what I mean? It makes it, like, if you enjoy this style of video, we can do it with the GTE cars. We'll probably do it with any of them. Like the Indy cars would be a good one to do, say Long Beach. Like there's a lot of good fun videos we can actually do this sort of style. So if you like it, drop a like. But we're not too slow, are we? That's actually not bad. So I think we will leave it there then, guys. That was a bloody blast and a half. The McLaren then, like I will hope that maybe do some races in these cars as well, because there's loads of great 90s tracks. Like, there's going to be nearly enough tracks where you could probably do like a mini season, you know. But what a hoot, what a hoot. I'm thinking, like I say, I think the Indy cars would do a good one. It'd be good. Maybe is it Indy, Road America? I don't know. There's a lot of it. Like I say, if you do like this style of video, there's loads of them we can do. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot more than what I thought I was going to actually. Like, the competitiveness come out of it is there. But top 10, that's actually really good, isn't it? In my eyes, a top 10. I am really bloody happy with that. So yeah, guys, I think we'll leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. I love yous and leave yous. Peace from the northeast. Doodles.